We're here today with Charley Hoffman, four-time PGA Tour winner, 13-year brand ambassador with Waste Management, and a great friend of the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Charley, how are we doing?
Doing good. Happy to be out playing golf again. That's for sure.
When golf got shut down, kind of what were you doing? How were you practicing? Can you tell us a little bit about what your quarantine life was like?
Well, I wasn't practicing. I got thrown into teacher life. I was a stay-at-home dad that taught a 7 and 9-year-old a first and third grader, and somehow we got the credentials and they passed. So they're on to second and fourth grade, and now the whole controversy is: are they going to go back to school and see if that teaching continues from at home or distance learning? And that's pretty much consumed a ton of my time. Obviously, sprinkled in some good workouts and stuff like that to keep the body going through those times. But you know what? There wasn't a ton of practicing going on in California where I was quarantining. There wasn't. I mean, pretty much shut down for the majority of the time until the very end. And you know what? Enjoyed the time off because I knew this next few months are going to be busy months with the fall coming with the PGA Tour and the major championships and so on. And I took that time to just sort of chill and be with the family.
So how would you rate yourself as a teacher?
I'm glad I'm good at golf.
Yeah.
I'm a 4 or 5 at best. I think I'm the teaching wise I can do. The patience I think I'm a little short on.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of parents that can commiserate with you, myself included. So we'll talk a little bit. So the return to golf in June. Talk a little bit about what that was like playing, tournaments without fans.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were all just excited to be out there. So there was enough adrenaline and energy going through those first few weeks just to get back on TV and the sport going again. But it's been weird. Been in contention a few times coming down on the weekend, and it's weird not to have that energy of the crowd. It's not weird to hear like the roars throughout the golf course, like who's making birdies, are they in front of you, behind you, someone making a run. I mean, you can still have scoreboards out there, but you really don't know. I love being out there competing and putting a good product on TV, but we definitely miss the fans, and the fans are a crucial part of our sport. And obviously when everything starts to settle down a little bit and we get control of this pandemic, I can't wait to have them back out.
So when you heard when the tour announced that you were going to restart in June, what did you do to get ready, and where were you practicing and getting ready?
Played a lot of games with like Xander Schauffele, Phil Mickelson, Brendan Steele, the Southern California golfers, and sort of got our game honed in that way. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to practice a little bit, but just play and stay sharp and get a little competition going, which was good.
So a little competition. Friendly
Yeah.
games, or you get pretty competitive out there?
It's competitive. There's definitely some dollars thrown around, and it was fun to have guys around. Which it's rare that we're all sort of in town at the same time when our schedules mix and match. Every once in a while we get to play, but obviously with no tournaments going on, and it was nice to get a good game with those guys going.
Can you tell us? Do you have a most memorable moment on tour?
Obviously the wins are right there. I mean, I consider 5 wins, including the President's Cup I was on. Obviously, the culmination of the career to make a President's Cup team at 40 years old and be able to host that cup was pretty special with that group of guys. And then the first win sticks out a ton because that sort of validates in 07 at the Bob Hope that I belonged on the PGA Tour. It wasn't a fluke to get out here. It wasn't a fluke to keep my card. And that validation of winning on the PGA Tour early in my second year sort of was definitely a special moment. So there's a few of them out there. In that, another one that sticks. The loudest roar I ever heard was the hole-in-one at 16 at Augusta. Was something that I'll never forget. That roar on Sunday, and playing fairly good and coming down the back 9 and making a 1 there was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to ask you on that. Walk me through that 16th hole on Sunday. It was 6-iron, I think.
It was a 6-iron, and as if anybody's seen the coverage, I pulled the heck out of it. Usually a hole-in-one pin there on Sunday. It's traditional, like that middle left, but you usually use the bank and come in off the right, and it sort of funnels down there. I pulled it, was aiming for the bank, and that day was semi-soft, which is rare for Augusta, and it sort of landed soft over the fringe of the bunker, and and it trickled in from the left-hand side because I got a right kick. I think it was the first hole-in-one to ever come in from the left on 16 to that pin placement. But it was definitely special because when I hit the shot, I'm like, oh, just carry that bunker, give me a birdie putt. Next thing you know, it kicks soft and right, and it trickles in the hole, and the gallery went crazy. This a little side note one was a pretty cool story. So my buddy was out there following me, and he went in the grandstands off the tee, and somehow he tapped the guy on the shoulder next to him and goes, I bet you 101 he makes a hole-in-one on this hole. Guy's like, yeah, that's a bet. Guess what? I made the one, you got paid the 100.
Dang.
About that.
Awesome.
A little
awesome.
Side note on that 16.
And of course, your reaction after seeing it go in is absolutely classic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Speaking of reactions on par threes, let's pivot a little bit to our hometown course here at TPC Scottsdale. Obviously, you've played Waste Management Phoenix Open a number of years. Like I said, great friend to the Thunderbirds in our tournament. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on 16 at TPC Scottsdale and how you prepare for that, and just how you deal with the pressure of having 16,000 fans on one hole.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it starts on Tuesday. I mean, it's not like the crowds just come on through the end of the week and on the weekend. They're out there supporting us and watching golf from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday through Sunday. And you sort of get prepared, and you sort of know what you're walking into. Obviously, 15 years on tour, I know what I'm getting myself into when I walk through that tunnel. It's awesome. It gets your blood flowing. It's like playing. Usually your adrenaline's down. I wouldn't say down, but normal throughout the rest of the round until you get in contention of the golf tournament. As soon as you walk through that tunnel, it doesn't matter if you're 5 under or 1 over, your adrenaline gets going because you don't want to disappoint those fans. We're entertainers. We want to entertain. We want to put a good product out there, and obviously hitting the shot on the green is key. The 16th hole, the reality of it is pretty much a nothing hole. I mean, it's a 9-iron to a wedge, maybe an 8-iron to the back of the green. It's a green that we're going to hit majority of the time, and we're going to make birdie a good percentage of the time if there weren't any fans there. But those fans can pump you up and bring you down at the same time. But you know what? As I've always said, if you miss that green on 16, you deserve to get booed. It's not that hard of a shot.
Tell us a little bit about your role as an ambassador with Waste Management, and how that works and why that's important to you.
I think I might have been the only one that signed off that I'd wear a green glove, so I got the deal. No, no, but obviously golf's a little conservative. I had the long hair at the time. I stood out a little bit, and I was a young kid coming up. And it's been a great partnership. As I told Steve in that first meeting that we had at the clubhouse at the Phoenix Open, was I've grown up in California. I believe in recycling, reducing, reusing, all the keeping green. I mean, the platform that Waste Management gives everybody to make the environment better, I believe in all that. So it's not hard to represent a company that you believe in and everything that they do. And it's been a great relationship. Met a lot of great friends I still keep in touch with that are with the company or not with the company any longer. And it starts at the top. The CEOs have always been great, and everybody underneath them is just as good. And I mean, I firmly believe they have some great leadership up there, and their employees all underneath respect everybody throughout the company, and it's an easy brand to represent.
Well, like I said, they're a great title sponsor, great partners with us, and we're super excited to be with them through 2030. So, kind of want to pivot, something that's near and dear to the Thunderbirds' heart, and you've been wonderful with your time with us. Our charity mission. With our group, we know that you're super involved and you're in charity as well, including your own foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, my wife and I started our foundation, Charley Hoffman Foundation, over 10 years ago. We're over $3 million raised now in the San Diego and Las Vegas area. We initially started, I was splitting time for Las Vegas, now full time in San Diego. But we used to run 2 pro-ams, and now we do 1. But we get a bunch of great pros to come play and support our foundation, support our mission, which is children's charities. In San Diego, we do cystic fibrosis, pro kids golf, and San Diego junior golf. And then in Vegas, we did goody two-shoes, blessing in a backpack, juvenile diabetes, cystic fibrosis, and the Shriners Hospital. So I grew up dreaming of winning golf tournaments, playing on the PGA Tour, but I never dreamed that I'd be able to give back to the communities in which I lived in the way that we have, and Stacy and I have. And it's amazing to see the faces of the kids when you give them. This year CDW was a big partner and gave computers to top kids that wrote papers and so on. Just see their faces, see their eyes light up when they were able to get those computers is amazing. That's what it's all about.
Thanks for everything you do with your foundation. We know, you do great work, and happy to partner with you on that. Charley, really appreciate your time. Again, thanks for everything you do for our tournament. Thanks for everything you do for Waste Management and making that the partnership that it is. And we really look forward to seeing you in February at the 2021 Phoenix Open. Well,
thanks for all the Thunderbird support throughout the years, and obviously Waste Management for 13 plus years now. And I'm glad they got in the golf business, and I sold them on the Phoenix Open because I knew it would be a perfect fit for you guys, and hopefully it continues for even longer than 30.